4-800-348-1007. 35192. Want to send me a text, AlanCoxShow.com. For everything else. The Cavaliers tonight at home, they will play the Houston Rockets.
I'll be there.
That is a 7 o'clock tip, so 6:30 is when your pregame coverage will begin. I come back into the room. I was doing a little bit of work in my production studio, and so I come back in the room, and Bill and Mary are screaming at each other about what I don't know. Okay, Mary was screaming at Bill
because
about
he
something.
He tries to make these points, and he has this. I hate his face, man. He makes this face like smug.
He's playing you like a goddamn fiddle.
What we were talking about, he's actually being sincere. We're talking about...
Oh, I'm not saying he's faking it. I'm saying his sincerity, he knows, drives you crazy.
I don't care, because he's trying to... He said that me and my one friend are bitchy because we send each other... I tried to get her to go on Match.com. She wouldn't do it. I'm like, she really wants to find a boyfriend, but the only dating app she's on is Tinder. And I'm like, you're not going to find a relationship on Tinder.
Does she have a kid?
No.
Okay.
She's hot. She's 36. That's a plus. She's 36. She's in good shape. She's super funny. She's a writer. We can say that from one person in the room. She's very, but she is only on Tinder. And I was like, get
Divorced?
on Match.com. No, nothing.
So 36, no kids, never been married.
Correct.
Gotcha.
Crazy, though.
She's a little temperamental. She's very, very left. She's a hardcore feminist. But I told her to get on Match. She's like, all right, I'll download the app if you download the app.
Yeah, that's a hard sell.
She's like, I'll download the app if you download the app. So we both downloaded it. I'm doing it. We're just kind of going through whatever. I'm not seriously looking for anything. She just wanted the support or whatever. And
she's a heterosexual.
Okay. Into men. We're like sending each other profiles
Why does a
back
feminist
and
need
forth.
this much support from someone else? Isn't she supposed to be like independent?
Yeah, but you can still have a friend and need emotional support from a friend.
How is you being on Match helping her?
I think it just makes her feel better that she's. And I also think she was trying to prove a point that she was saying that Match is full of weirdos. Yeah. And to a certain degree, she was absolutely correct. Mm-hmm. So her and I were like sending each other screenshots back and forth, kind of making fun of people on there. And she's like, you're wrong. Like, this is not an app. And I was like, well, you also didn't pay for it and whatever. So I'm like trying to give the benefit of the doubt. And Bill was saying that was me being bitchy and judgmental, making fun of people on dating sites. And what you came into was me yelling at him, saying if he doesn't think that 90% of people on dating sites are doing that exact same thing.
100% of people on dating sites are inherently judgmental.
He said you and Emily,
they have literally reduced dating to swipe your photo left or swipe your photo right.
That's why I was single, because I'm bitchy and judgmental.
It's literally Tiberius with the Christians and the lions putting his thumb down in front of an auditorium of people. So it's all judgment. It's all judging.
And he's like, maybe
an attitude and a smile might help.
You wouldn't be single if you weren't so bitchy and judgmental. That's why you and Emily are both single. And I'm like, is that what it is, Bill?
That's when I was being sincere. That's not when I was joking.
Yeah, whatever.
No, I'm telling you this.
I'm going to say here, the most judgmental person I've ever met when it comes to dating.
Yes, but I 100%. am 100%. But I'm not screenshotting people and being like, look at this.
You're also not on dating apps.
Right, because I don't think...
Wait.
Because I'm not that shallow.
Wait. I need one at a time. I need one at a time here.
He's not shallow.
He's
never dated a woman over 130 in his entire life.
That's not true at all.
Oh, my God.
I consider you to... I know a lot of people call you a dumb bitch. I think you're pretty sharp.
I am sharp.
Why you can't see the Bill Squire 18-wheeler coming down the road to get you all worked up?
I don't think you understand how much truly in my chest, in my heart, in my soul, I hate every piece of your being.
I guess I don't understand the argument here, though. He says
the way it started, I don't want to say out loud because it's not a nice thing to say.
That's fine.
Okay, no, it actually isn't bad. I said that the women who work in this building are much more attractive than the men that work in this building.
That's fair.
I feel like we have a lot of
That's by design.
I said we have a lot of very attractive women who work in this building, and as a single woman, there's not really any dude who works here who does it for me.
Well, you're at work, you shouldn't be trying to date people.
Oh, shut the hell up.
That's why I couldn't agree with you on this situation, because I just see them as coworkers. I don't judge their attractiveness.
You're such a liar. He's such a liar. That's what makes me
go
mad.
on. So why does that make you?
But
if you know that he's not, if you know what he's doing, why do you let it get you worked up?
No, it didn't start like that. That's what started the conversation.
I just mean in general. If you know what he's doing,
because
why
I hate him.
Why do you let it get to you?
I'm a little sneaky because what I was doing.
You're not sneaky.
I was sneaky because I tried to name some guys that are attractive that you might think that.
You named married dudes.
Doesn't diminish their attractiveness.
Right, and that's what I'm saying. And so I was saying, well, there's these guys, and then there's a lot of guys that weren't there that are.
I was saying I was looking around at
our Christmas party.
Yes.
If Triv were there, you would have been like sploosh.
Ugh.
By the way, I was talking to Doogie this morning, and I couldn't put my finger on why the vibe was kind of weird at the Christmas party.
It was weird this year.
It's because we were the only suckers, basically, from the talent side who were there.
Us
That's
and
correct.
Nolan, yeah.
Nolan was there, but the RMG's all on the road. Doogie didn't come.
Matitude was there, though.
You know what I mean, though.
Yeah,
Triv's not there. I mean, he's not going to come
was there.
anyway. Maria was there, but I mean, like,
None of the
the morning
other
shows.
stations.
It was very light on the talent side. It was mostly salespeople, which is fine. I mean, I get along with the people we work with. It was fun. But I couldn't figure out it was a different vibe than last year.
Yeah,
and I think
showed
that's
up
what
late
what it was.
And it felt like I don't know. Either way. And here's the other thing, is that you're like, why don't you see this coming a million miles away? And here's my theory that I haven't said on air yet. I think that Bill starts saying things sincerely. I get upset about it, and then he switches it. Like, oh, well, I was just trying to work you up anyway. So that way you don't look like a bad guy for actually feeling the way that you, like, saying things that you actually believe in.
Like what?
And you swap it like, well, no, that's not what I was saying. I was just trying to work you up.
Yes, that's called trolling someone. How can you not see that coming a mile away?
Because he actually feels the way when he says things, he believes that. And
so
then
do
he
you
tries
think
to
that I'm
flop it
saying-
around on me.
So-
like, I was just trying to get you worked up. I don't actually
Do
believe
you think that me calling you, one of my best friends, and Emily, or whoever
I think
your friend
there's a
is.
certain amount of sincerity to the fact that you think I'm a judgy bitch who deserves to be single.
No,
I do.
I absolutely do not think
But
that.
you just said that you hate every particle in his
do.
body.
Because then he tries to turn it around and be like, well, no, you just overreact and I think it's funny. And I'm like, because there are some things that you say to me, and now, of course, I don't have any examples, where I know that you mean it, and then I fire at you, and then you cower back, and you're like, no, that's not what I meant. But
Honestly,
I just wanted to get
so
you
you have
worked
a
up.
difference of opinion.
In this scenario, I would say it's a lot more based on your friend than you. Because
Whatever.
I know less about her, but I know that she is very, very
She's
tough to
incredibly
get along
judgmental.
with. Yeah.
Yes.
So it's more pointed at her than you, and then you feed off of her more.
I
Like,
Have
I
you
don't
taken-
see you act like you do with other people like you do when you're talking with her.
Have you
Her-
taken
we just-
her under your wing, or is
She
he
doesn't listen to anything
is
I
he
say.
implying that in her presence you become more strident?
I think
in your
he's saying that
feminism?
when I'm around her, I'm more, I don't know,
It's not-
hard-headed or
it's-
bitchy or
it's
something.
Not, it's
I
not
don't
when
know.
you're around her. It's just like the way you act with her is a lot more,
Catty?
than
Yeah.
normal Mary.
Well, she's a catty person, and it kind
Right.
of brings it out.
Yeah, and
Yeah, that's all.
That's kind of what I was alluding to.
And you probably feel comfortable being catty around someone like that
Yeah.
more than you would somebody else.
Well, and it's different too because I'm like I get like that when I'm really comfortable with somebody. Like I'll get like that with my sisters. I'll say really mean things or really catty things out loud because I know they're not going to judge me on it. Or I'll just be like, oh well, this is how I feel about that, and whatever it is, and it's whatever. It comes out and it's gone, and nobody says anything.
By the way, quick aside.
Here we go.
On the cat thing, and then we can get back to this.
Okay.
Just because you jogged my memory. You know, Al from Carlton, PA, gave us the 2.5 gallons
Yeah.
of goat milk.
Yes.
And all these people yesterday on the show were texting me, cats are lactose intolerant. And I'm like,
That's what I thought.
every picture I've ever seen is like a cat
in the
lapping
sun,
up
yeah.
milk.
I don't think you're supposed to give it to him.
Well, anyway, so then in my head I go, should I tell Mary this? Because the real me goes, I want to know if her cat turns into a diarrhea sprinkler in her apartment after she gives the cat.
Now that's diabolical.
But then Al hits me back and he said that goat's milk is the only milk that is universal for all animals.
Even
So,
humans.
Look at goats.
well, no, there's a label. He's like, I have to label it because he's registered with the Department of Agriculture in Pennsylvania. So there's a label on the milk he says is not for human consumption. So
Or
I think
mammals.
he's talking about quadrupeds. I think, you know,
Okay,
but
they should have changed the ad campaign from "Got Milk."
Goat milk.
goat milk. So anyway, I there was a part of me where I was like, I wonder if I should text Mary. This is last night. I'm in my kitchen and tell her, hey, don't give your cat that milk.
I didn't
was
even
like,
take it home.
Nope, I'm not going to tell her that.
Yeah, what if Eddie came in today and was like, dude,
Yeah.
the shrimp hit the fan, literally.
I would have. Yeah, unfortunately, I had a fan on. Right. All right, so back to you hating every part of Bill.
He makes me mad. He makes me mad. That's what it comes down to.
I just think it's easy to just pick on people that are on dating apps that don't know what they're doing with technology.
Oh, he's referring to a screenshot that I showed him, which is hilarious. This dude
I didn't
is
say it wasn't hilarious.
He's 48. He has an upward-facing selfie of all of his chins and like half of his nose.
Yep.
And then it says, "Name something you regret," and it says "getting lost a lot." That's what his whole profile is, and that is I'll put it on my Instagram story at Mary Santora Comedy. I'll blank out his name.
This is a
and
guy
his
who
eyes.
regrets getting lost a lot.
That's his whole dating profile.
Yeah.
And he's
Seems like
48
a
years
funny
old,
guy.
and it made me laugh very hard.
Right.
And I sent a screenshot
like
to my
funny guys.
friend Emily, and getting lost a lot, and it was a lot, one word. And it just it made me laugh very hard.
Even
and
I
I
know
showed it
that.
to
At
Bill.
that point, you're not sure what to laugh at.
I showed it to Bill, and I was like, "Dude, look at this!" Like, and yes, I should be nice because he's just unmatched like everybody else, just trying to find love.
How much does that cost a month?
It's like $40.
Oh my God, a month?
I think so.
Well, that's why it works, because you're like, well, I got to find somebody because I got to make it worth my $40. I want to cancel the subscription.
True. No, that's
Yeah.
real true.
And there's something to be said about that.
Yeah, because you
But I
eliminate
think-
all the creeps and people there that are just looking for sex.
And if Mary had just calmed down, I would have explained to her.
You see what he's doing.
I get it. I get it.
I would have explained to her that she and
told-
Emily should start like a service teaching these older men
No.
on dating apps.
It's not my job.
How, like, I'm talking like you could charge money for this.
Right, but
It's
that
like
would
a good-
Create profiles for old men.
Yes,
But
because
showing-
they don't know what they're doing.
But showing dudes how to create a profile is in no way going to fix their personality writ large.
Right, but he
you can
doesn't-
only you can only tell them what to do.
But he might
you
be a
can
nice
lead
guy.
a horse to water.
Right.
Right, but he might be a nice guy, but he's just completely inept when it comes to technology.
He's getting lost all the time.
Yeah.
Getting lost a lot.
But he could be like a really sweet guy, and I'm not saying he's the match for Mary, but he could be a match for someone.
But what's annoying to
he doesn't
me-
know how to set up his profile in a way that's going to make him look as attractive as possible.
What's annoying to me is how hypocritical you are about stuff like that, because I brought it up to you here, Alan. Look, I put it on my Instagram story.
Yeah.
At Mary Santora Comedy. He looks like exactly what you think he's going to look like. You're so hypocritical in that because you would never, ever give a 43-year-old woman who gets lost a lot and has an unflattering profile picture the time of day, and then you're going to be like, well, you're judgmental, and you and Emily are both judgmental.
I didn't say you have to give him the time. Again, this is not a guy that I think you should go out with.
I understand.
I'm saying I think it would be interesting for maybe not you, but maybe somebody to teach these guys how to make a profile that isn't laughable.
Yeah, I guess.
I guess I'm still unclear as to what got you so worked up. Just that he said, "Hey, do this," that
No,
you're judgy
it's just
on
that he's always doing things like this, and it makes me mad.
Oh.
That it's like, I don't even know how to describe it. It's like you wanna, like you. It's like you feel a certain way about something I'm doing, whether it be dating or comedy or whatever it might
You're
be.
accusing him of not standing by his opinions.
Yeah, he'll feel a certain way about what
No, I
I'm
stand
doing.
by my opinions.
Whether it be comedy, dating, whatever it is, you feel a certain way about it. Somehow it gets brought up and we talk about it. You start to go one way with it. I counteract your point, get upset, and then you're like, "But I just like upsetting you."
But it is funny to watch you get upset because then
But
it
you-
becomes less about the argument and more about you being upset.
So,
now, do I
but
do?
that's not the point. You're avoiding
here's
the
thing.
conflict.
But here's the thing:
I don't want it to be
you
boring
diffuse all that if you don't get upset.
Yeah, well, that's not going to happen.
And then we could
that's
actually
all there is to
have
it.
the discussion.
We're
This
not
is
going
why
to have
you-
a discussion if you keep deflecting it. And
This is
going
why
toward
you
that.
cried at Mean Girls.
Yeah, is that what it is? I cried at Mean Girls because I felt it, Alan.
You feel?
Actually.
I know. That's what I'm saying.
But I think that that's something that you do a lot.
I think that's I don't disagree with you, but it's also it's the direction it goes when you get that worked up.
I get that worked up because I don't get that worked up until you start to make it a funny thing. I would love to have a conversation with you about things like that, and we can have a
We
discussion.
have lots of conversations like that.
I'm saying, but then you always want to turn it into this thing of like, ha
But-
ha,
but-
Mary
but-
lost her cool again.
No,
That's
but you
what she
also,
always does.
but you also, when I'm talking to you about this Gary guy, and you get, like, I'm using that as an example, but also as a joke, and you take offense to it.
I
Rather
take
than-
offense to it because I think there's a certain amount of truth when you say those things. Because you wouldn't say it in
Well,
a...
I don't think it's particularly funny to tease a guy that's just trying to be on Match.com just like you.
I understand. I get what you're saying.
I can
But
because I've been
you're-
Gary a lot.
Yeah, but you're also coming from a point where it seems like you're trying to say you've never done that before. That you're not a judgmental person.
I'm
that
saying
you
that
don't date only tiny, hot girls. Like,
Well, I mean,
oh my God.
You say that like it's a bad thing.
I'm saying,
But he's going to sit here and try and make me feel like a piece of crap for making fun of a dude with a laughable profile when he's doesn't give anyone who's less than an eighth the time of day. So I don't think that that's a fair thing to do at all.
Bill?
7.5s hit me up. Sorry, I also
Just to
use
prove
humor
you wrong.
to deflect.
This is what I'm talking about.
But you know he does it to deflect. When it gets too serious, that makes him uncomfortable.
And then he makes me out to be the crazy person. He makes me out to be the one who loses their cool and amps up the situation when in reality, you don't want to have a conversation about it. That's what it comes down
No,
to.
I'm honest about who I am, though. I know that I date a certain type of person, but everybody dates a certain type of person.
So don't make me feel bad about the certain type of person that I date.
I think the point I was trying to make is you and Emily going back and forth and not really looking for a guy, but looking to prove each other that, like, oh, yeah, there's not a lot of options here on Match. You guys have incredibly high standards, which you should, and then you also kind of missed the point of the profiles is, you know, try and find someone that you can date. But in the meantime, you're like, well, this is fun too. Let's just be mean about these things.
I get it, but you're also doing it with your best friend. And if I'm telling you, every single person on a dating site does that. Sends a picture to their friend, like, look at this
the only time
hot person,
I've ever
look at this not hot person.
The only time I've ever screenshotted somebody and sent it to a friend is because there was a girl that looked like my friend John Bruton, and it was very funny.
I wonder what Alan's thinking right now.
I gotta get the hell out of this as quickly as I possibly can. Please let this end.
It's over.
I'm with you.
Ooh, hey, it worked.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
It's
All
over.
right. And we've learned nothing, have we?
No, the problem that I took with that was that he made me out to be this judgmental person, and he is.
Do you feel offended
When
because
I
you're
get-
kind of judgmental?
No, I'm fine being judgmental.
We were so close,
I'm fine
Alan.
with that.
We were so close.
I'm sorry. I just get annoyed when he makes
We were.
when he makes it out like I'm a bad guy when you're being 100% hypocritical. That's what aggravated me in this moment. Was he like, you shouldn't be judgmental. You're being bitchy. That's why you're single. I was like, you're the most. When it comes to dating, you might be the most judgmental person I know.
Close. So close.
Whatever. We got 1 minute left. What are we gonna change to now? Cat milk. Who is Jenny? Like,
Bill
what-
here. And Mary's still a bitch.
And I'm still a dumb bitch, so it doesn't matter. I'm still a judgmental bitch who deserves to be single for the rest of her
And
life.
now you're pissing on me all of a sudden.
I'm pissing on you. I'm saying, what are we gonna do with 1 minute left?
I
We
know
can do
what
a
you're
lot in
saying,
1 minute.
yeah.
Joke.
Ripping on Northeast New York.
Now I got the claws out.
Come on, man. Yeah. God damn.
I was so riveted by
Bill,
that
I think you're
conversation.
onto something there.
Can't believe we're out of that 1 minute already.
All right, listen. Fine.
It's done.
Just let him mansplain things to you, and it'll all be fine.
Just don't be hypocritical. That's all.
If you would have just sat there and shut your mouth, we would have had a
Like me and Poundcake.
great show.
Oh, man. Now it's going to be real awkward when I start talking about Lizzo's ass when we come back.
Oh, when they her.
Yeah.
All right, listen. The magic of lights. I'm going to put the two of you in a Wagoneer, and I'm going to put you through that magic of lights. And you're going to come out better friends than ever. Festive drive-through light display out there at the Cuyahoga County Fairgrounds in Berea.